In England, the latest season of Big Brother is an absolute success. The players are going through their everyday lives inside the house, which means they're doing pretty much nothing. At the TV studio, the crew is so busy getting ready for eviction night that they aren't watching the news. There's been a riot in London and several people are dead. Soon the city is quarantined and nobody is allowed to enter or leave the area. On the road outside the city, Rick is trying to call his girlfriend Kelly but she won't pick up. At that moment he notices a couple with a kid asking for a ride, so he stops his car. Back at the studio, a pre-show party is going on and many former players from The Real Show make a cameo. The news continues to talk about social unrest and some kind of infection, but nobody pays attention. Producer Patrick gets a call from two special guests who inform him they can't make it because all the roads are closed. Patrick just yells at them and tells them to come anyway. The guest's driver stops the car when he sees a crashed vehicle nearby. He takes a closer look and is shocked to discover the dead victim coming for him. Meanwhile, Patrick finally watches the news and learns of the riots in Newcastle and Liverpool, which include dead cops. He complains that tonight's show may get bumped for a news update. Employee Kelly is walking around the set to learn more about the production of the show. Her phone rings right as she's walking behind one of the house mirrors, so the players hear it. Patrick immediately yells at her, so Kelly declines Rick's call. Since her phone keeps ringing, Kelly takes the stairs to the roof to finally answer. Rick explains that the couple he found by the road stole his car and now he's waiting for the train to go home. Kelly tries to explain she's busy and can't chat, so Rick reveals he knows she's been cheating on him with co-workers because she's trying to get a higher position in the network. An argument ensues, but the call suddenly ends and the phones have no signal. The schedule sign at the train station isn't working either. Kelly goes back inside and learns nobody has a signal. She searches for some paperwork in an office and is approached by Danny, who is in the mood to get dirty. The news keeps showing terrible updates, like fires spreading all over the country, yet fans are still gathering outside the studio. Presenter Davina, who hosts The Real Show 2, contacts the house and announces that Pippa was voted to leave tonight. On the road, the two guests are driving as fast as they can because the driver has been bitten and they're trying to get him help. Since they don't have GPS to find a hospital, they decide to take him to the studio since there's a doctor there. Minutes later, the driver dies as the car parks outside the studio, only for him to open his now white eyes. Since nobody is coming out of the car, a guard approaches it to investigate. He points his flashlight at the window and finds a horrifying face. When Danny leaves the studio to go to the store, he discovers one of the guests eating the guard. It turns out the zombie apocalypse has arrived. While Davina receives Pippa in the studio for an interview, the production team notices that the news channel has lost signal. Outside, the zombies from the car find the crowd of fans and start to attack, causing everyone to panic and start running. Several fans get bitten and soon there are more zombies in the area. A terrified Danny rushes into the control room, but the zombified guest tackles him and kills him. The team also panics and begins to run. Patrick takes the corridor and closes the door, leaving a co-worker to be killed by a zombie. He enters the bathroom and pushes a person in a wheelchair to leave him as bait for a zombie while he hides in a stall. On her earpiece, Davina is confused to hear screaming.